Take a deep breath and settle into your comfy chair. Welcome to the Healers Collective, the podcast that will alchemize your health and ignite an expansion within your soul. I'm Caroline Nixon, and with my over 25 years of experience in all things holistic, as well as being a psychic, a healer, and a medical intuitive, I will guide you deeper into your energetics, your body, and your soul, supporting you along your path to be the best healer, psychic, energy worker that you can be, knowing and trusting that your body is fully supporting you. Together, we will be navigating all things energy, vibration, frequency, mindset, soul, body, spiritual practices, and more as we move through this thing called life. So grab a cup of something hot and let's get to it. Hello and welcome to another episode of the Healers Collective podcast. And today is more of an experience I had. I wanted to share with you because you may come across this as well. This is for all of my healer friends, psychic friends, energy worker friends. And last week, I created a reel like we do, right? We create content for social media and we, do our best to hope the message lands and that it can be of service, right? We're here to share, what we know and also to grow our business because as you know, I hope that, healing, while it can be a gift, it is something, and being psychic and energy worker, it is not something that we do for free, correct? We do this because we have spent years and years and years learning and training and investing in ourselves in order to be of service in our passion and purpose in this world. I daily still see people who claim that if you are a healer or a psychic, it is a gift from God and you should do it for free. That's not what this podcast is about. Maybe I will do one of those because I can really get on the soapbox with this. I often use the analogy of a grocery store is full of food. That doesn't mean you go in and take it because the food is there. Or you don't walk into a bank and they just give you money. That's just not the way the world works. Healers, in my opinion, need to be charging more for their services because if you are truly connected to energetics and you are helping somebody's body or mind or soul heal, that is worth its weight in gold. Okay, we are doing a service. So, sorry, side rant. Okay, so last week I did a video. And in this video, it was very short. It was like 3 minutes long. It was actually a short on YouTube. And the reason why I say a short is because I got some comments on my YouTube channel as a result of this video. And the premise of the video, okay, backing up if you didn't see it, was to talk with my healer friends and my psychic friends and my energy worker friends. And I've even done a podcast about it, about being in a neutral position before working with a client so that you're not projecting all of your stuff onto your clients. Okay, that was the whole premise of this reel. Very short, to the point, about making sure that you're doing your own inner healing so that you're not just bleh, all over your clients. We want to be, we want to be as powerful as we can as psychics and healers and energy workers. And we want to help our clients. Okay, that's why we're doing this. We want our clients to feel amazing so that they can go out into the world and do amazing things. And if we are coming at our clients with whatever we are personally going through, whether it's physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, we are not going to be as accurate, for one thing, with what's going on with their body, mind, and soul. Okay. we tend to channel and give guidance through our own filters. So if your filter is all clogged up because you've got something going on in your body, and you're not able to either clear it before a session or really put up strong grids and boundaries around yourself so that you can be as neutral as possible, you're not going to be doing yourself or your client any favors. Now, is it going to be wrong and horrible? Probably not. But will it be as powerful as it can be? No, it won't. So that was the whole point of the reel. Short and sweet, blah, blah, blah. Well, I had people getting all not really upset. They weren't really upset. They weren't haters, although one person did tell me to find Jesus. And I always laugh at that as if uh, yeah, I just laugh at those because they're silly. To me, they're silly. Okay. And that's not because I don't love Jesus. Okay. It's just that it's very interesting how the religion comes into healing work, and it doesn't need to. I digress. What I really wanted to share was two things, really. One was one of the comments talked about how we collectively are influenced by the energies that are going on around us, the collective global energies. These are the things like the astrological and where the moon is and where, Mercury is and what the earth is doing, what the Schumann resonance is doing, the sun's solar flares and all of these things. And I agree that there's a lot going on energetically around us 24/7, all the time. Okay. From, what we watch. So, getting like reading the energies of everything around us. There's a lot going on in the world. Absolutely. I 100% agree with that. However, and I responded back to her, haven't heard, I might not, doesn't matter. But while that is true, if you are a vibrational match, and usually when we think of collective energies, we always just think of like the heavy, the dense, and oh, I'm so tired, and Mercury retrograde's messing up my life, and the moon, and I'm so exhausted, and all of these things. We always focus on the negative collective stuff, right? We never tap into like collective joy. I mean, I'm all about that. Let's do that, okay? But for the point of my story here is that if you are like overly affected, like where you have to be in bed or you can't go into the world because everybody's energy is affecting you so bad, that is a you issue. You are in alignment for that. And guess what? If you are in alignment for that, you can change your alignment so that the collective energies do not knock you on your ass. Okay. That is one of the other reasons why we do energy healing and inner work on ourselves daily, especially as healers and psychics and energy workers. Okay. Because we're already more tuned in. So that doesn't mean that you can't leave your house because all of the energies. Okay, energies everywhere anyway. If you're online, you're feeling the energies. That doesn't mean it has to negatively affect you. It is an opportunity for you to go, whoa, okay, I'm human, so I don't have to be perfect. Okay, I get that, but boy, this is knocking me on my butt. What do I need to understand right now in order to not be knocked on my butt by all of these quote energies that are all around me? So that's the first thing, and that was the comment that sort of struck me. We can sometimes use the energies around us as an excuse not to do our work. We just say, well, it's a full moon. What am I going to do? And again, it's not about being perfect, okay? You're a soul and a body having a human experience. I get it. I get it. I'm human too. It's not about being perfect, but it is about holding yourself to a bit of a higher standard because you are a healer and a psychic and an energy worker, and you do desire to be the most powerful at your job, at what you do for your work. And in order to be the most powerful, you've got to practice all the time. You got to clean up your energetics so that you are a clear channel, a neutral channel when you're going into sessions. And you have to raise your vibration so that not every little thing in the world is knocking you off center constantly. If that happens a lot, I would maybe consider, looking at maybe your self-saboteur or your inner victim, any of your shadows that are maybe holding you back to keep you safe and stuck and small. Okay. Again, it's an opportunity for you to call back your power, because I promise you, you're more powerful than a full moon. You're more powerful than the energetics around you, should you choose to tap into it and do the work you need to do in order to heal and raise your vibration. Okay, so that's number one. Number two is, it was clear by some of the comments, and again, they weren't bad comments, but I see this a lot, is people get triggered. They get triggered. Something within my words or your words or anybody's words can trigger people. And that's not a bad thing. And it's used like, oh, I'm so triggered. And here's the thing, if you walk around your world and everything triggers you, again, that's a you issue. It's something for you to look at. It's a beautiful opportunity to go within and say, wow, I was really triggered by so and so's post or their video or the movie or what they said or what they did. Wow. Okay, I'm going to let my human have the frustration or the anger or whatever. And I'm also going to take a breath. And once I've calmed down, because it's not about bypassing your human feelings, not at all. But we're healers, we're psychics, we're energy workers, and we hold ourselves to a higher standard, right? So after we have our human whatever, hopefully we're not spewing venom all over and doing keyboard warrior type action that's so popular. Okay. Hopefully we're not doing that. But if you do, it's fine. we all lose our temper from time to time. I get it. Okay. But once we've done that and we've come back and been like, whoa, okay, I had a really strong response to that video, that whatever. Okay. What within me do I need to look at? What do I need to understand? What within me needs some inner loving, some inner work, some inner healing? And then you grab your journal and you go get a nice cup of tea or a cup of coffee and you sit and you go within and ask, show me what is going on. Why did this trigger me so bad? What about this person is triggering me? What about what they said is triggering me? What do I need to look at? And begin to look at that, because getting triggered is just another opportunity for you to heal, and whatever that looks like for you. And it can look a million different ways, and it could be something very small. It could be, something that you're judging about yourself, or something that you hold within yourself that maybe it's time to upgrade your beliefs and your thoughts and your perspective. So I really think that that's what I wanted to say. Sometimes it's just about taking ownership of how we feel and taking responsibility for it, and having the perspective of, I don't know everything and I'm not perfect, and that's okay. But I want to be the best human, the best healer, the best psychic, the best energy worker that I can be, so that I can go out into the world and make a huge impact and help people feel amazing. And in order to do that, I need to be as clear and clean and neutral and raise my vibration as much as possible, so that I can do that, so I can provide an amazing service for my clients while doing my work, while elevating my own soul experience. Our souls are here to grow, to expand, to experience. And we can't do that if we're constantly stuck and not moving forward. And that can be uncomfortable. It might mean looking at parts of yourself that maybe you're not proud of, that maybe you have just ignored for so long and pushed down, and maybe that's starting to fester physically. See that a lot. Okay. So we want to look at these, we want to be curious from a place of curiosity, not judgment, from a place of compassion and forgiveness, not judgment, not berating ourselves, but like, very good. Thank you, universe. Something else for me to look at. Thank you, universe. Something else for me to look at. Okay. And it's not that you're going around getting triggered by everything all the time, right? It's because if that's the case, then you really need to stop and really take some stock in what's going on for you. But it's just being able to notice it and witness it when it happens and really just come at it from a place of curiosity, like, that is interesting. Come at it from like, it's interesting. I want to explore this and then see what happens. Okay. I hope you found this to be a helpful talk. I hope it was my intention that this is empowering for you so that you don't feel like, oh, something else I have to work on, but something I get to look at. Cool. I get to look at this or not. It's always your choice. That's the beautiful thing about being a human is you can choose what you think, you can choose how you desire to feel, you can choose what actions you take, you can choose how you show up. You get to choose. So this is just a reminder. You're powerful and you get to choose. I'll see you on the next episode of the Healers Collective podcast. As always, please follow along, shoot me a comment, and if you need help with your health and your well-being and expansion of self and soul, reach out to me and I would love to chat.